Welcome to Peden Stadium, Athens, Ohio, home to the Bobcats of Ohio U. We're looking forward to a full house and a terrific game in this one. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Air Force Falcons, taking on a team from the MAC, the Ohio Bobcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Bobcats will kick it away to start us off. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Air Force's offense will go on the attack first. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over.
Don't worry, I just did.
They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They booted away. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. So Ohio's offense will have its first possession of the game. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays, so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know. Or the portal. But for right now today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
And they stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down and short. The Bobcats send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. To the big fullback. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Trying to get the corner. Look out, he's got room. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. On the option. He'll toss it. Nice move there. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution. They're going to ride this running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They'll go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now facing a 3rd and long. He leaves it with his back. They get him stopped at the 32. A solid pickup, but it will bring up a 4th down and decision time. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Bobcats will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Let's see what he can do with it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Johnson looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Wants to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Carson. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down and nothing doing there. Back to pass on second down. Skips away from pressure. Turning it on. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
The Falcons are moving quickly down the field. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Air Force. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Great job by the running back scoring on that pitch play off the option. It wasn't easy. He had to make somebody miss and do some dirty work there down inside the 10-yard line, but nice individual effort.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with up by a touchdown and a field goal, it play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Motion from the back. To the air, it's Navarro. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. The Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll run play action. He'll take a deep shot here. Makes the catch down the right side. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
And that had to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no rhyme or reason why a receiver should be that wide open, that deep down the field. Defense, they better check themselves.
And the Bobcats will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Grabbed behind the line, it's Williams. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. They'll run the screen. Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Bobcats. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Roberson. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Got a man, it's Allen. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice game. And the Falcons back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Now on the option. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Johnson wants to throw it. It's complete on the right side. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. A 3rd and goal call here from the 2. Let's see if they can finish the deal. Looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And this one splits the uprights. The lead is 6 in the 1st.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Ohio takes over the Bobcat offense, heads to the field. We've had some early action here as they take over, trailing 13-7. Rushes on him. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a 1st down.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the 1st down marker is. Got to get a big gain. Got to get that 1st down. Nice job. Great nose for the 1st down.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. They'll give it to the back. Breaks into the open. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. With the catch, it's Harris. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks. The Bobcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to throw, it's Navarro. He wants to go deep. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. 3rd and short now from their own 48. On the ground, going for the first down with the gift to the tight end. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. Hunt is on its way. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. That's caught. It's Roberson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
On the options. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. On target to the left. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. To the air on first down. He'll pull it down. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Gets the back moving. Off the play fake. Floating away. Creates a little space. Turning on the Jets. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
The Falcons are on the move. The big fullback's got it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Johnson looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it. Sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
Work on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Snap it to the back. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Hauls it in. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
To the air, it's Navarro. The throw to the outside is complete.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Flips it out to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And the Bobcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Looking to throw on 3rd. Bringing the heat. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
You know, when you go dime personnel package, you've got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. They've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
The Bobcats line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Quarterback now on the run, still looking.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
And the Falcons have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Caught behind the line. It's Allen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. The Falcons decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Typically at this spot on the field, you make a fair catch. I'd call that risk aversive, but it is good field position. Back to throw, it's Navarro. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Hand off from the shotgun. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Heading in the opposite. Looking to throw for it. Throws to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. And the Bobcats will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Johnson wants to throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Carson. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. And the Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Shoots it to the left. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. A strike downfield. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
How about that job after the catch on a critical third down? He's able to make people miss. He's able to use his speed. Ball was thrown out in front of him so he could advance it, and all of a sudden, this offense set up 1st and goal.
The Falcons trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Quarterback keeps it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. They'll keep it on the ground. He's in open space downfield. There he goes to the left. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Ohio!
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like 2 heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Johnson looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And into the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
Man, you cannot coach this to quarterbacks. Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. As soon as he felt the lane, he was gone. No second guessing at all. That was picture perfect, and he uses his speed to just gash the defense.
He'll pull it on the read. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Air Force.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he added the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
14.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Handoff to the single back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Under fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Bobcats will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Sends it back in motion. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. And the Falcons will try to pin them back with the punt. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. And the Bobcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Here comes the heat. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. So now it's 2nd and long. Trying play action. That's reeled in. It's Bruno. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. The Bobcats are flying down the field. To the air, it's Navarro. Makes the grab. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. The completion short of the sticks, it's 2nd down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They knock him down at the 40. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a 1st down. And the Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now as the whole playbook's open, the defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Got the 1st down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Bobcats kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll try to pop the draw. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. And the Bobcats have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Now they're going to throw it. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio! And they take it in for 6 more points. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
The Falcons are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On the run, still looking. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
And the Falcons will call on their punt team. Takes it on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Back to pass, it's Navarro. Snagged in the middle, it's Harris. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's got an open man. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. The Bobcats are moving quickly down the field. He wants to throw it again. Takes a hit as he fires. Wide open downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. Looking for a crease to the left. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. Splits the uprights. Good. The lead is down to a field goal. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. To the ground with the back. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5. The Falcons lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. This quarterback part of their running game.
And I tell you what, no secret on this drive. This offense, they're not trying to maintain balance. They're trying to line up and just dot you right in the eyes. 4 straight runs, get the 1st down, and really starting to play physical.
Oh, he's got some space. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. And the Falcons will snap it on 1st and 10. The option look. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll run the option. And he's wrestled to the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Falcons come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. He'll sneak it. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Rides the back on the option to give. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. They'll run the option. Quick toss. Inside the 30. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
And that's followed up, and that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
And the Falcons come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Give to the running back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. That's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
And what a great play by the defense. With their backs against the wall, they create the fumble and then jump on it in their own end zone for the touchback.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Hendricks. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a 1st down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the 1st half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
The sure hands, it's Hendricks. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Navarro. Swings it out to his running back. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Going to sling it on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Harris. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Bobcats will punt this one away. And you couldn't ask for much more than that. A perfectly placed punt pins them inside the 5. From the gun, they'll try the middle. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll line up for a second down play. He'll try it again. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Falcons come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd. Grab near the sticks. It's Harris. He'll be stopped just outside the 20 at the 21 in the waning moments here in the first half.
Yeah, and what a nice job finding your matchup, Palmer, on 3rd down. Understanding I got a guy that can catch the ball to the backfield. Nice angle route, getting right there between the linebackers and getting the 3rd down conversion.
It was a really good job, too, David, of the running back that time, setting up like he was going to the flat, and the linebacker gets a little bit too excited. He then puts his foot in the ground, cuts back to the middle. It's an easy pitch and catch, and they get the first down.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Athens, Ohio, but let's just go with notable. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see 2 offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. And with that, let's send it back to our men at Peden Stadium.
And the Falcons will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. They'll start the 3rd quarter with the run. Powers through the defender. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll send the tight end in motion. The give to the back. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The Bobcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. It's a draw. Turning it on. Oh, what a cut. An explosive run, and he gets it all the way up to the 50-yard line before going out of bounds. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Navarro. Caught over the middle, it's Hendricks. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in, it's Gossett. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. They'll move the tight end. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. And the Bobcats started this drive, backed up in their own end, and now they've moved it. Looking to get it in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line really well. Wide receiver going in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. He wants it all. Touchdown, Bobcats. An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. This is like like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Using his feet. Got enough for the first. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Now on first down from the 30. Now on the move. Man down the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle to prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
The Falcons will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity ladder. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. Tight end now in motion. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. And I think they'll give him 2. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Now the play fake. Makes the grab. It's Jordan. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield. It's Navarro. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Kick is in the air. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
And the defense did everything right against that option play. They got to the quarterback. They forced him to keep it. Not only do they create the fumble, but they jump on it behind the line of scrimmage. That is just perfect option defense.
And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. They go to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. Looking to the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Never a doubt. The lead now 7 here in the 3rd quarter.
Give the defense a ton of credit in this sudden change situation. Their offense just coughed it up. And this defense comes out, they go 3 and out and force a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last stride. Now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more, trying to beat him to the left. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Quarterback looks for a little space. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. They'll send the back in motion. Here comes the option. There he goes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
This quarterback is making outstanding decisions so far in this game, and you've already seen it throwing the football. The guy already has over 200 yards passing, but he's doing it in the running game as well. Really good decision that time. Seeing nobody accounting for the pitch guy, you flip it out, you pick up a nice play offensively. Really good football IQ from the quarterback position.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. And the Falcons now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
On the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Johnson wants to throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a 1st down like they did there.
He'll ride his man on the option. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. The give on the option. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The Falcons will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Motion from the back. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Touchdown, Falcons! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace, QB making good, smart decisions, and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Bringing it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Makes the catch. It's Gossett. The Bobcats can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to pass. It's Navarro. grabbed in the middle. It's Harris. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Rides to back and leaves it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. He'll keep it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. And the Bobcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Jordan. He goes out of bounds right at midfield. The Bobcats look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Hendricks. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And the Bobcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Grabbed behind the line. It's Gossett. And he'll be brought down. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. The inside handoff. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on 3rd down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
Wants to throw. It's Navarro. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. This one's complete. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The Bobcats had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Bobcats! They take the lead with the 6.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. The give to the lone running back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. And the Falcons with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gets the back moving. Now they'll run it on the toss. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Falcons, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Johnson looking to throw. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
And the Falcons have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll run play action. Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab. Push down for the tackle.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what throws the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
The Falcons come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He'll toss it. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Running back searching for a hole. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Falcons kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll try the outside to the left. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Goes to the option. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Quick spin on the run. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has them set up. The Falcons line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Air Force.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
Quarterback and receiver on the same page there on the curl route. Nice job by the receiver finding the soft spot in zone and just settling down, making that throw a whole bunch easier.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking for a man. It's Navarro. Got the big tight end on the corner route. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Out of the gun to give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Can't wait to see how this 4th quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Bobcats getting set on 1st and 10. Makes the grab. It's Gossett. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Bobcats pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Gossett. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Slings it downfield. He caught it. Touchdown, Ohio! And they've
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Off play action. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Makes a grab for a big play. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
That last big play has them in position to threaten here, 1st and 10 from the 37. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Motion from the wide receiver. Now on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Johnson wants to throw it. Unleashes one deep. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Hendricks. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Williams. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. They boot it away on 4th down. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Fullback's got it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Handoff from the gun. Fighting off the defender. Still on his feet at the 45. Breaks free. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Falcons.
huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
The extra point here would tie the game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And now on second down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Navarro. It's on target and complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. And the Bobcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Gossett. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Bobcats are marching down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Touchdown, Ohio. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And so many times the safeties tell the tape, and that's what QBs are studying and reading, and he drops back, and you can tell he sees his receiver coming from the right side, and he knows exactly where he's going to end up with that post, pushes the ball down the field for the big play, got the safety out of position, made the big touchdown throw.
Ready to try the point after. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They'll go to the toss. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Johnson looking to throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Here's the pressure. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. They kick it away on 4th down. Here's the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about Create balance. Run and pass. No. When you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. Now on first down from the 43. To the ground. He's got it again. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? And the Bobcats line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Gonna take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Bobcats send out the punt unit. Special teams coming through as they pin him back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. The short hands, it's Knox. Brought down at the 26 after a 15-yard pickup. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Leaves it with the running back. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. And the Falcons in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback keeper. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Sends it back in motion. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Turning it on! They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. On the option. Now the toss. Picks up the first down, still moving. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on 2nd down. A give to the big fullback. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. The Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here's a heat. Touchdown, Air Force. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Dropping back, it's Navarro. That's caught. It's Jordan. How about the power there to get it across the 20 and up to the 21-yard line? Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Bobcats will send out the punt unit. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They'll go to the fullback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Smith. They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down. 4th down coming from the 48. And the Falcons line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. They'll leave it with him. And I think they'll mark him right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't help much with the breathing room, but on the upside, they avoided the safety. Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And now on 3rd down, shadow of their own goalpost, needing some breathing room. Single back formation, and they give it to him. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Bobcats decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. No fair catches here, looking for room. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. On the move. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. The option look. He'll do it himself. Now the toss. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Falcons! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Man, what execution by the offense. The quarterback making the right decision on the defender quickly. Get it to your running back. And how about the wide receivers and everybody else blocking in space, creating an alley so the running back can do the rest and make the huge play for the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Now, last drive didn't take long, just 2 plays to get it in. And he closed the deal by racing 35 yards to pay dirt. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. Off play action on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Harris. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They came out hot on this drive. 1 play and already near midfield. Pressure coming. Had to throw it before he wanted. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Navarro. Makes the catch, it's Hendricks. They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down. 4th down coming from the 48. So can the defense get one more stop, one more time, and hold on to this lead? Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Looks as if he's going to run it. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a 1st down. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Motion from the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. The run from the shotgun. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. The Falcons will line up to punt it away. And that is just a spectacular punt, and he will pin them in the shadow of their own goalpost inside the 5. Back to pass, it's Navarro. Got a man, it's Harris. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Bobcats want to pick up the tempo. And the offense just going to spike it here. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. He makes the grab. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground. Got to find a completion on this one. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it.
12:47 a.m.